Yo, what's up, people? It's not gonna be a long video. Just making a video to check in with y'all because um, I want to give y'all a quick update. A lot of the videos on this page got pushed to my Patreon. I don't know if y'all noticed that. So if you've been looking for like a specific video, you know what I'm saying, and you can't find it, more than likely it's been moved to my Patreon. So you got to sign up for my Patreon if you want to. Water lilies, what up? What up? What up? If you want to get like most of my content, that is sorry, I should have had this done before I started. If y'all want to get some of my content before that's not in not the traditional why I hate, just like, I'm leaving most of those up there, but like the other content like the tarot stuff and a lot of the comedics and deeper understandings of the astrology and the zodiac and stuff like that. Even a lot of my just regular videos, you know what I'm saying, have been moved to my Patreon. So, and I'm going to continue to keep doing that. So, yeah. So, if you want to get access to all my whole library, you're definitely going to have to sign up for my Patreon. Mind you, I got other stuff in there too, like the Hood X Lit. You know what I'm saying? All of my old radio shows. A lot of y'all never heard none of that content. A lot of that stuff is all on my Patreon. A lot of my music. You know what I'm saying? My Patreon is getting pretty good. So that's another reason too why I haven't been coming on here as much, because I've been really working on my Patreon. So you should probably get in there and check it out. It's a lot of good information. If you like the old way I used to, the old channel, the old way I used to run this channel like a year or two ago, a lot of that wild ass content is in there. So just check it out. This show ain't really about nothing. I just really want to give y'all that update because I've been doing this for a couple of months. I just never came out and said it on the channel. Like piece by piece, videos is coming down. Like I don't know if the people who follow my channel, they kind of know. Like I've been seeing comments, people asking me like, man, where the hell is your videos? Where I've been looking for this video. Like one guy, or I don't know if it's a guy or lady. Somebody asked me, where's my video? Like the anybody born on the 15th is the devil. Gone. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I like your vibe too. If you like my vibe, I hope so. I would hope so. Thank you. Yeah, but so get into Patreon, dog. I'm telling you, man, that's the lick. It's a lot of things I really actually want to talk about in this video that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just jump on here and start overloading y'all with a bunch of information. But I do have a lot of things I want to talk to y'all about, man. Like I just got to get the information all lined up. But been learning a lot. And I want to make sure. With this channel, you got to wait on my videos. A lot of y'all know that I don't like putting out content just for the sake of content. You know what I'm saying? I like to be real specific because I don't like to be oversaturated. I don't like to sell myself short. I've been seeing a lot of people just put out videos just for the sake of video. I don't do that. But the next set of videos I'm going to be putting out is going to be some very good information, very rare information that a lot of people don't know. But I've also too, though, you let y'all know that like if you follow my page, if you scroll through your phone, I've been leaving posts. I've been getting kind of good with that. I didn't even know you could do this till about maybe like a year ago. You know what I'm saying? That you could actually leave posts on YouTube. So I've been leaving little posts, stories I've been reading about, all type of stuff. I just read something recently, or this guy killed. I put it on my page, but the guy was a Scorpio. I think he was born November 13th. He killed the woman. There's a mother. She had 4 kids. He killed her. He killed the mom while the daughter was on a Zoom live while they were like, because like at home, the kids learn from home now. So, the girl's sitting there doing a Zoom, and they start arguing in the next room. So she covers up her ears like this, the little girl, and the teacher muted it. And then as soon as she hit mute, they said the screen went black because what happened was a bullet went through the damn screen. Like the dude shot, and I guess it almost hit the girl. He killed the mom, and I guess one of the bullets almost hit the little girl. So I posted the story on my chat, on my I guess you can go on my page, you click on the community link, and so you can see like I've been leaving posts, so you can check out a lot of. I've been leaving a lot of stories like that, like serial killers and stuff like that, and just crazy ass people. Then like, or like just incidents that happen that you kind of want to know their birthday and why did this happen like this. I'd kind of look up their birthday and try to leave it there. And it's hard to find people's birthdays. So I always say that, man, if y'all ever find a way to whatever way y'all use to find birthdays, please share with me, because it's sometimes very hard to find people's birthdays. Sometimes you gotta look up like court dates or like arrest records. I look up a lot of. I have a lot of fucking um, ways I look up birthdays, and sometimes none of this shit even work. So if you have a way how you find birthdays, please share that shit with me. Or if there's like some like website out there that has like all of the fucking birthdays on there, I would love to. And then sometimes too would be wrong. Like, what's that guy's name, man? Thomas Jefferson. I think it's Avery. I'm not sure. This guy is an actor. His name's Thomas Jefferson something. He got killed a couple months ago. And they just found out he was an actor. He was in Spike Lee movies. I can't remember. It was Thomas Jefferson something. But if you look up his birthday, like some places they tell you he was born on June 15th, and then some places on June 25th. So you got this type of shit. Like I wanted to report that, but I couldn't because like the birth dates was wrong. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, well, fuck. Like, how the fuck do I even know half the fucking people I'm looking up the information? Like, how the fuck do you even know that that's their real birthday? Like Drake, they said Drake is Scorpio. His birthday is such. How the fuck do you really know that nigga's really a fucking Scorpio? You know what I'm saying? Or like half the celebrities online, like sometimes they give you fake birthdays and shit. You don't even know if that's their real birthday. So you'll be thinking it's one thing and then come to find out it's not. So what any resources to find birthdays, man, I really appreciate. What up, man? I appreciate everybody, send me a shout out. Saying we ain't kicking it. I ain't gonna kick it. I can't kick it too long. Hold on, let me see. I gotta get this straight. Fucked up. Yeah, I can't kick it with y'all too long. I just want to check in with y'all. Astro theme is inaccurate. I never heard of Astro theme. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Kai 1. Rolling Stone 503. The book Dexter is pretty wicked. I don't know if you're talking about the show Dexter or Underboy. I never heard of. Wholesome balance. True. Yeah, Drake is a fucking Scorpio. I'm just saying that, just to say that shit. Hey man, too, man, like, I don't know if y'all know, man, I wrote a book. I be promoting it every now and then. It's a book called Heru Special. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should check that shit out. You can Google it. It's on HoodX. If you just Google Heru Special, HoodX. It's 10 chapters. You might have to look for them. The 10th chapter is called the grand finale. So if you know what I'm saying, it's called the Heru Special, chapter 10, which is actually chapter X. I'm saying the grand finale, that's the final chapter, you know what I'm saying? But y'all should read it only take like an hour to read that shit. It's a dope ass fucking dope ass book. Very short to read. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good book. You see, not the show, it's about a serial killer and it's a true story. Dexter serial killer, I know, I thought that was a TV show. I don't know. No, I never heard of that. What's today? What's zodiac sign is he? Man, this weed kicking in. Oh man, I should show y'all some crazy shit. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Fuck. Look at this shit. This shit crazy, right? It's a whole motherfucking. I grew this whole shit. It's fucking crazy. Like I picked it today. But look at that shit. Like I've been trying to do this for a minute, and like I ain't never look at that motherfucker purple, Joe. Can y'all see that shit? Shit is nuts. Yeah, about to. I gotta what they call shit? Cure it. It has to be cured before I can smoke it. So it's over here sitting by the fan. I'm about to go do that. I don't know what the fuck I got a drill sitting here for no reason. I gotta go drill something. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I got fucking Thanos. We was talking about deleting my page. I think my sons are fighting. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Can y'all hear that shit? And fucking torch blunt. Um, man, so much shit I want to talk to y'all about, man. Like, so I tell y'all this, like, you know what I'm saying? This some shit don't nobody know. I'm gonna give y'all like I'm gonna put out a whole video all this shit. But like, I am gonna put out a video on man, there's so much shit I want to tell y'all. I can't even begin. I don't even know where to begin. Like, I want to do a video on the nine. You know what I'm saying? The nine. I'm gonna do a video on the nine. It's literally a time traveling device that I use. It's literally a way to time travel. It's called the nine. It's a way. It takes about 2 hours to do it, and it's a way to literally shift dimensions. If you include what I'm trying to see, the reason I'm not putting out the nine yet is because I haven't fully fucking developed it, man. Like, I got a lot of mixed feelings about this shit because like you're really supposed to use film to do it, but I haven't figured out a way to incorporate the film into it. But like, I was watching enough of my videos for some, like, well, not necessarily watching enough. Like, when you work on your channel, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole bunch of fucking videos and you got to go through them, and you watching yourself like go through these different dimensions, you start to, at least I did. I started to see I had the ability to time travel, and I was working on the concept more and more, but I just never developed it all the way into my fucking film, like the way I actually blog. But you can use blogging to time travel, sort of, if you understand the concepts of the nine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that out. You know what I'm saying? That's something I really want to put out. Something else I want to talk about too, man, is like the 12 houses of Christianity. Like, right now we're in 12 houses. There's 12 houses of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And like right now we're in the Sagittarius house, which began in 1882. You know what I'm saying? We come out of that in 2061. You know what I'm saying? Then I believe the next, that's gonna be the Capricorn house until I believe 2261. And then after that I believe it's no till 2060. Then after that I believe it's 2240, which is the Aquarius house of Christianity, and then we move into the 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 Pisces house. Man, I should not be doing this like this. Probably it's 2440, and then the final house of Pisces. Mind, this could be wrong, but then the final house of Pisces, I believe, is 2598, and there's a which believes the age of Aquarius, and then the end time is 2600, which is October 14th, 2600 AD, which is the day that we actually move into the age of Aquarius. Every one of these times I'm giving you, like, if you look up, I believe 2240, if you look up 2600 AD, if you look up 2060 AD, every one of these dates that I'm giving you, I believe, mind you, I'm still working on this shit, so give me a try to understand this. There's 179 years. Could be wrong. It's about 179 years in each house. How do I get this number? So like, they say the age of Aquarius, for the most part, people believe, starts at 2600 AD. October 14th comes from a day. If you study there's going to be a eclipse. Mind you, this eclipse is written in the Bible. There's going to be a total solar eclipse. I believe it's October. There's two of them. I believe one of them is April 26, 2600 AD. Then the other one is October 14th, I believe, 2600 AD. You can look these up. 2600 AD, I believe, to the Jews is the year 6000. If I'm not, mind you, it's very rough and cut me some slack. But the year 6000, like, it's not really 2020. You know what I'm saying? 2020 came from, like, I believe it was around 800, somewhere between like the year 800, 900. They actually did like some Mandela effect type shit where like they reset the clock back to zero. So they had hella calendar. They had Gregorian calendar, Julian calendar. Even like if you go by like the Netunita, like the original, no, I ain't saying original calendar, but like the quote unquote Egyptian calendar dates back like over fucking 10,000 years. So like even according to their calendar right now, like it would be like fucking, we'd be in like the year fucking damn near 11,000. See what I'm saying? But they did some Mandela effect shit back in like the 1800s, like when they changed all the calendars. Same thing like Easter. Like Easter, it's a Christian holiday, but it's dependent upon the direction of the sun. You see what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Like on one hand, they tell you like you're not supposed to follow, astrology stuff like this, but then like Easter, it never falls on the same date every year because it's based on the position of the sun. You know what I'm saying? So like all of this was calculated when they went back to year zero. You know what I'm saying? And they started saying everything before quote unquote zero is BC. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what the fuck is this? Like, like they got a skit. What's that dude's name? Man, what's that guy's name? Ah, my God, it's right onto my tongue. FK, CK. The Jew. His name is CK something. CK something. I can't think of his last name. He has a hilarious bit on this where he's talking about how when they reset the clock back to zero, and he was saying how the Jews was basically keeping the 6,000 year date in mind, which basically lines up in our time, which is 2600 AD. So when that lines up, this is supposed to, when the age of Aquarius is supposed to come in, but at the same time it ends the Great Cycle, which is the Great Cycle is about 25,000 years. So like as we've gone through the procession of the equinox, we come all the way back to the age of Pisces, when it's the 6,000 year mark. What you get is it's like the Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, so Aquarius, they say Aquarius is the Antichrist. Not exactly. When like right now we're in Christ's timeline. So you think it's zero all the way to 2020. Anything prior to that is referred to as BC. That's not a real timeline per se. And they're like, this is some shit that was designed based on the Lord of our time, the times that we in, as far as when Christ was born. Like, you see what I'm saying? So they basically lined up the whole timeline to Christ. You see what I'm saying? So when you consider the fact that, we're still moving forward in time, the dates that we look at, you think, okay, it was 2020. It's like, no, it's not fucking 2020, nigga. You only did this according to Christ's time. So when we move out of that timeline into the age of Aquarius, this whole timeline becomes like an old timeline, for example. So like this what happened with the age of Taurus. Like you look at that time, it was what they call Horus. His real name was Harut. And then it shifted. You know what I'm saying? So he moved out of his kingdomship and the new God came into like Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? When Christ came in the age of Pisces, God Yahweh developed into newer concepts of like what they call Jehovah. You know what I'm saying? So the difference between the way Moses taught the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that, was a totally different way from the way Christ taught when he was teaching blessings. Blessed are those who do this, blessed are those who do that. So it's like Moses gave the law a certain way. Christ didn't come to do, like you say, I didn't come to destroy the law, I came to fulfill it. He came to give the blessings. So that developed. So like a lot of the Jews and the people who still study the law, they fell into an old time. So it's like the like what we call it, anti-God type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like the procession of equinoxes moved into a different age. So the God of that age becomes like an anti-version of itself. Like we use the concept of Zazel for Horu and Horus. Like we refer to Horus. In that time it was Horus. But then like when you moved out of the age of Taurus, Horus became like Azazel. So like you kind of see when people still pray to the older gods, how it don't matter. What up, bro? Yeah, I'll be right up. You gonna make it yourself or you want me to make it? Yeah, I'm gonna make it myself. Alright, I'm still gonna be able to check on you. Alright. This nigga wanna cook himself. I don't think I'm gonna let that shit slide. I'm gonna have to end this shit early. But yeah, I was giving y'all way too much information anyway. But yeah, that's some shit I'm working on too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but to finish that point though, so when we move out of the great age from Pisces, they basically saying that you can't do that with Christ. Like you can't get the anti-Christ per se. Like because Christ is the great in the great age and the age of procession equinox. We went through all of these gods, so all these different timelines. Pisces is the last one. So when you get Christ as the Antichrist, we move in age of Aquarius. We basically like a retrograde, and they're like we didn't move. We started moving backwards through the start moving backwards through the. We were already moving backwards through the procession of equinox. You see what I'm saying? So when you finish a great cycle and then you move backwards further into age of Aquarius, this is like a retrograde. You see what I'm saying? So it's like literally turning over on itself. So it's a whole different, not age, but a whole different cycle per se. You see what I'm saying? So this is when you get people's mind, like you're starting to see like anti-Christ concepts come through now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people. Basically shitting on Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like the concepts of Christ, you know what I'm saying? So you seeing this, like the time is basically the time is ticking. We still got about another like what, like 600 years, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you look up all them dates I told you, was it like 2060, 2240? I can't think of them. 2440, I think it is, something like that. All them dates, like Isaac Newton said that the world was gonna end in 2060. You can look this up. You know what I'm saying? He was basically using the same calendar that I'm saying from from when they reset this whole shit. They had a calendar they was able to see like, okay, we're moving toward 2600 AD. Mind you, like talking about Atari 2600, Nokia 2600. Like whenever you heard the word 2600, that's some key shit. It's a frequency. Mind you, like it was a phone frequency. Like back in the day, like 2600 is actually a frequency. They used to use this shit back in the day to hack phones. So like you can hack a phone if you put in a 2600 frequency, you can do free long distance. Like back in the day, you couldn't even have long distance unless you had that free access to that frequency. It was a frequency to get long distance signals, 2600 hertz. It's 2600, the frequency that they use. They use this a lot. You hear this a lot. 26. You hear it all the time. You just don't know it. Like you hear 2600 Atari, like I said, Nokia, the AMD, like the processor, the computer processor that you got in your computer is 2600. You see what I'm saying? So 2600 to the Jews is year 6000. So, but if you look up all these dates, I'm telling you, you will see like some philosopher came along and told you that the world was going to end on that particular year. It's not necessarily the world was going to end. But yes, the world and the earth, you got to understand the world and the earth is not the same shit. So when people say the world ends all the time. Like especially since 1914, the world ended multiple times. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that stands through the world, these worlds ending, is Christ. You know what I'm saying, the Christ constant, you know what I'm saying? So, but you see world languages change, new technology comes in, this wipes out, this guy falls, this president falls, new depression, fucking disease, like these worlds end all the time. Countries end, you know what I'm saying, families end, people die, the world end, but the earth is still here. So get that, understand that. So when people talk about the end of the world, they're not talking about the end of the actual earth, like exploding. That's not what it is. It's like the worlds. So you can see how like we're developing now into an anti-Christian type of society now where people are like, almost like zombies. Like in the Bible, they say they separating the weeds from the tares. So like you got the weeds and then like the tares from what is it? No, they basically separating the fruit from the weeds. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going through right now. So like if you a weed, you coming all the way out as a weed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you fully, like if you ain't got Christ right now, you fully coming into you fully being turned into the earth. You fully going into the election, the Black Lives Matter, the Antifa, the white fucking supremacy, all this shit. Like you fully immersed in the world. You know what I'm saying? When you spiritual, you see what I'm saying? You understand spiritual warfare, you're not affected as much by the world. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like I was a guy, he explained to me brilliant. I was like, man, it's good shit. He's like, some people have the ability just to get the fuck up and walk off in the middle of an argument, and then certain other people don't. People who have the ability to do that are more in tune with spiritual warfare. Like you gotta understand, like some people are just not in tune to spiritual warfare. Some people are not predestined for what they call eternal life. You know what I'm saying? Some people get this and some people don't. Like some people have an understanding, I'm kind of predestined for eternal life. So I'm not affected as much by worldly shit. You see what I'm saying? This is spiritual warfare. So when I got that gave me hella clarity. I was like, man, that makes so much sense. Like I wish I had heard that shit earlier in my life. You know what I'm saying? So when the world ends and you have a heightened spiritual awareness, it don't matter that the world ends. You see what I'm saying? You could, because you gonna live through. I don't know. I gotta get this shit over. Yo, these motherfuckers tweaking. Man, hold on, so. Man, hold on. Let me check on this shit. This shit crazy. I don't know what the hell going on. Man, y'all actually sat here and waited for me to come back? The fuck? I never thought I was this interesting. Alright, so these motherfuckers up there eating a motherfucking bread and cheese sandwich with mayonnaise. I'm like, what the fuck are you eating? They took 2 pieces of bread, put a piece of cheese in this shit with some mayonnaise on it, and they said they're eating that shit. What the fuck? Whatever. But man, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. But yeah, some other shit, man, I was gonna talk about too, man. Like eventually I'm doing a channel. Uh um was it the 7 Sorrows of Mary? I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And that like the Virgin Mary is like a Virgo. You see what I'm saying? Virgo archetype. So I got a video series called the Virgo verse. So like I believe the next one I'm gonna end up doing is gonna be on the Virgin Mary and the 7 Sorrows. So y'all can look into that if y'all want. There were 7 Sorrows of Mary. And it's basically like the Virgo verse. In that like Virgo women, you know what I'm saying? The relationships they have with their sons, shit like that. Like my mom's a Virgo. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the 7 Sorrows of Mary and the things that she went through, and you line it up to the Virgo verse, line right up. Man, we gonna go through that. I'm gonna do that. Some other stuff I want to talk. What else I want to talk about? It's all type of shit, man. A lot of shit I don't even know where the fuck to begin. Yeah, like I said, I want to talk about the Azazel mind. The Azazel mind is like I'm saying, some shit that I didn't know I had. You know what I'm saying, for years. But then I finally saw what it was. I was like, damn, okay. So like, you know, the difference between uh, Christ consciousness, the kingdom. I believe that the first time, mind you, I need to brush up on this, but I believe the first time that God was referred to a king was in the book of Saul. Could be wrong, not Saul. They were referring to, they were talking to Saul, and somewhere in there they said something to the point that the people had given away, had let their God go for a man God or something like that. Like basically, they let go of God as their king and chose man as their king. It's the first time in the Bible. You basically look it up. When was the first time God was referred to as king? It was somewhere in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in the early part of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's something to do with Saul. So this, when you line up the date, it was somewhere like maybe like 1511 BC. Prior to that point, God really referred to as like king of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at Pharaoh, like in the age of Taurus, different ages prior to that, God was never really referred to as king. When you talk to a lot of people, people's minds still don't really develop that concept as far as God as king. God, because God is not just a king, he's also a father. You know what I'm saying? So he's not just like a king of rulership. He's also, he cool. He's like your dad too. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mufasa and shit. Like you watch the fucking Lion King. It's like, you know, he's a king, but he's also a dad. So, it ain't he want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's like his son, or daughter, So, the concept of God becoming king was developed over a long period of time. The age of Taurus, the age of Aries, all these things laid down the foundations for us. Where we're moving forward toward is toward the end of the age of Aquarius, is God to be crowned king of the universe. This is slowly developing. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's like the people, when you talk to most people who claim to be Christian, you ask them, what's Christianity about? What's the whole story about? What is this whole shit really about? Oh, it's about love. It's about forgiveness. And it's like, no, it's about God's kingdom. And God is setting up a kingdom so he can be crowned king of the universe. And he's literally spreading, it's taking time. It has to develop. It's like this, in the Bible, they say when all of Jesus Christ's enemies is placed under his feet like a footstool, that's when he will be king of this universe. But until then, we setting up the kingdom. It's like a rapper about to drop an album. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, it's like not just a rapper, but it's like somebody that's been waiting for years. It's like, like back in the day, man, like you would watch, like, I don't know, man, like Rockefeller, like or like certain groups like No Limit, certain groups like, they had a record label where they start putting out artists over the years. Like right now, like Cash Money, that developed into Young Money, which developed into like Drake with OTO. And then like eventually Drake hopefully develop an artist, and then that artist develop, and you see how that's kind of how it's happening right now with the universe. And then like, you see what I'm saying? Like Drake, please forgive me for this analogy, but like, you see what I'm saying? Like Drake, oh, but like you'll see how like Lil Wayne will be like, you know, the relationship how, you know, that the Jews had with Yahweh in the Old Testament. And then you had like, you know, Baby would be like Horus and Osiris in the age of um, Taurus. You know what I'm saying? And you see how it trickled down from like from the 90s all the way to the 2000 to the early 2000s into 2020, and like how all this led to like Drake. You see what I'm saying? So it was like all this is leading to Jehovah becoming the king. It's like Jehovah about to drop this album type shit. It's like Jehovah about to drop this album. So like get your tickets, you see what I'm saying? Get your t-shirt, get everything ready, cause like in a minute, he about to drop the coldest album of all time. You see what I'm saying? And you can see how all of the ages and the planets and everything is being aligned up for this, and that for God to crown himself king of this universe. You see what I'm saying? So get people's minds are not developed like this. When they think of God, when they think of people get religious, they think of that Greek shit, like the Greek shit kick in, and like, you know, all type of traditions, and motherfuckers talk about speaking in tongues and all this type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, Jehovah is this thought. It's a development. It's a development. It develops over time. Mind you, when you do the calendar, the Jewish calendar only date back 6,000 years. You see what I'm saying? When you study the law of one, they tell you this. Like they say Ra, like the original Ra and Orion. Like you gotta understand the concept of Orion. Like Orion, there's a council of planets. You see what I'm saying? There's a council of gods. You see what I'm saying? Like even when we're saying the Elohim, let us make man in our own image. There was a council of, you see what I'm saying? Jehovah was part of this, you know, they're all part of this council, develop us, mankind, us. Different timelines develop into our concept of a singular God. You see what I'm saying? The one that created us. You see what I'm saying? But there's a council. The council, you know what I'm saying? Orion is like the where we at right now. It's like the little brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, like Baby. You know how it trickled down to Drake. You see what I'm saying? Jehovah was like basically like the little brother of this universe. You see what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, this was the universe he was given to rule over. You see what I'm saying? So like when we in a galactic council called Orion. You know what I'm saying? Right now. That's where it's at right now. So when this is in the Bible, you get the concept of Orion down. You see what I'm saying? And you see how when you understand the concept we have, you're talking, mind you, I'm talking outside of the Bible, it's totally separate. We're talking about like esoteric shit. You talking about procession of the equinoxes. Lining these things up to the Bible, you able to see how they intersect more so than crash into each other. You know, so when you go into it with the goal of connecting the dots more so than contradicting each other, you know what I'm saying? You able to see how it lines up. So this universe that we in right now is like moving in a direction to crown Jehovah as king. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what you need to get down. Christ came, sacrificed himself, bring more attention to this thought. He put himself as king of this, you know what I'm saying, of this whole. This is why it's really important to understand too, like the concept of the Trinity. Like they tell you the same thing, like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But then they turn around and tell you in Revelation, I think it's Revelation 1:1. They tell you that God gave Jesus this revelation. So it's like, if they the same person, how the hell did God give Jesus the revelation? You know what I'm saying? But you have to focus on it through a development. It's like a development. Like when you focus on the wrong, man, it's like saying shit, man. Like you understand. I won't say it's dumbass questions, but like you don't want to. I don't want to say it like that, but it's like it's your understanding has to be clear, because you can ask dumbass questions. That's not a. I don't want to. It's follow this thought. What Jesus used to tell his disciples all the time, like, okay, the kingdom is this, the kingdom is that, the kingdom is coming here, the kingdom is here, and he said, you got it, and disciples used to tell him all the time, yep, I got it, I understand, I got it. But then, like when Christ died and when he was about to float, you know, into the heavens, they asked him, they said, Christ, are you about to bring forth your kingdom now? They still didn't get it. He told him all the time, man, do you get it? Do you get it? They're like, yeah, do you get it? But they would still ask him, like, okay, so are you about to bring the kingdom now? And he told him, he's like, man, don't nobody know when I'm bringing the kingdom. He's like, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's about. Like, mind you, I'm sitting there lining up all these dates and shit like this. You gotta understand, that's not really what it's about. I'm just doing this content. This shit, you want to get deeper into the thought. You want to start thinking in these ways. But like, this is not the point. Don't get caught. This is not the point of this whole stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get lost in the wrong shit. When the disciples asked him, they said, "Man, are you about to bring your kingdom here now?" He told them, he said, "Man, don't nobody know. Stop asking me that. That's not the point. The point is you want to be in a state of preparedness. You want to be ready. You want to. It's like if I told you, hey man, like you got two kids, like my kids. I tell them, hey man, I'm about to take you out to Disneyland. They like, okay, but I'm gonna take you when I get home. I'm on the phone. They at home. I'm like, yo, when I get home, I'm gonna take you to Disneyland. Okay, but you gotta have your broom clean. You gotta have everything clean. You gotta have good grades. There's a list of things I want you to do before I take you. And I'm gonna come home and take you to Disneyland. So they like, okay. They're like, well, Dad, when are you coming? I'm like, I'm not telling you that. They're like, well, why not? I'm like, because if I tell you, then you're gonna be goofing off all the way up until the last minute, and when I get there, then you're gonna want to do everything and make it look like it was like that the whole time. So instead, I'm not gonna tell you. It's gonna be a surprise. There's a surprise element to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you explain it like that, then they turn around and ask you, well, when you coming home? You like, man, did you not just hear what I said? It's not about when I'm coming home. I just want you to be ready. I want you to be in the right state. So when I get there, everything gonna be cool. Well, when you coming home? Like this is how people think. You know what I'm saying? It's people. This is how the disciples used to think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most people approach it like this, and you gotta understand this. That's not the point. I'm giving you all these dates. I'm telling you all this shit, but like, the real point is, man, did you do what you supposed to be doing? Did you actually spread the word? Did you actually get people to understand the concept of the kingdom? They say the kingdom comes to you in the aspect of a seed. So I'm saying, did you plant the seeds? They're throwing out seeds. Me, I'm just saying, throwing out seeds. Hopefully somebody catch them. You catch them, you catch them. You don't. But like, did you throw out the seeds? That's the point. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of surrounding thoughts around that. But I want you to understand the core point of this is the concept of the kingdom. Are you a member of the kingdom? Are you in the brotherhood? Do you understand not just understand the concept, to um, give the seed to somebody else, plant that seed, and then have it grow like a tree, like this plant right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this started from a seed. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom is the seed. Are you able to take that seed and plant it in somebody else and watch it grow? You know what I'm saying? That's the one of the major parts of the secret of the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all get that. Man, this video is way too long. You know, I said I was gonna give y'all some previews of things I'm talking about, but you know what I'm saying? I'm breaking down the damn video. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm giving y'all really small pieces still. You know what I'm saying? I got the notes and stuff. I'm sitting there breaking down, y'all. But yeah, I got a lot of good content coming up on this channel, man, real soon. So make sure y'all, you know, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you ain't in on the Patreon, you're really missing out, because I'm about to, you know, be putting a lot of more of this material up on the Patreon that's not gonna even come through this channel. So you don't want to miss out on this information. You know, it's very rare information. Yeah, and real truth, like, so if you want to do the I'm gonna give y'all the equation, you know what I'm saying, so you can do the math yourself. But you know, the equation for the 12 houses of Christianity basically came from the concept that the age of Aquarius begins in 2600 AD. 2600, it says 2150 years in a age, 2150 years in an age. So dated that back. My math is kind of rough, but it was like 2600 minus 2150 came, I believe it was like 450. So it was like 450 began the age of Pisces. From, mind you, this is from that same math. You know what I'm saying? Basically started from 2600 AD, subtracted 2150, brought me to like 450. You know what I'm saying? So then we did 2150 years divided by 12 gave me, I think it was like 179. You know what I'm saying? Because we broke the age down into 12 houses. Each house, you know what I'm saying, basically 2150 divided by 12 is about 179 years, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically figured each house was gonna be about 179 years, started from the year 450. Hope I ain't losing. You know what I'm saying? So from 450 we had 179. My math is probably way off. I got these notes somewhere, man. I could, you know what I'm saying, but like it was basically like 450. It was like 629. It was like 700. It was like 80. I remember 808 was one year. You know what I'm saying? We just kept adding basically 179 years to every house. Then what I did, I went and got the history of the church, the history of Christianity, multiple calendars, hella shit, hella dates. And I started to look at the actions that was going on as the way that the church developed over these past years, not just the church, but the concepts of Christ and how different factions came in and, according to each house. 1882, for example, was the first, that was when we went into the Sagittarius house of Christianity. That same year was the first year Christmas lights was invented. You know what I'm saying? Christmas lights came out in 1882. The same year that, like I said, we went into that house. So when you think of Christmas lights moving, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look outside, you see all them Christmas lights. This just came in 1882. Prior to that, there was no Christmas lights. You know what I'm saying? It was a different house. So now we move into this house. Other things happening in the house of Terrace of Christianity is like, that's when like 2 years after that, like the Jehovah's Witnesses was created. You know what I'm saying? Then you had like the Gideons was created. It's a lot of like these new age movements started to develop right around like 1882. You see what I'm saying? There was a lot of people who said that the world was going to end too around that same time, 1882, where it's like the world is not ending. We just went into a different house. If you look up, like I said, 2061 is the next house we're going to move to. But if you Google, you know what I'm saying, Isaac Newton said that he believed that the world was going to end in 2060. You can look all this stuff up. So a lot of the date, when I did these dates, you know, so if you do these dates and you Google these dates, you'll see hella times that people say, "Oh yeah, the world was gonna end in that exact year." You be like, "Damn!" Like all in every house, damn near in every house, you will always be able to find like some Christian who had the calculations that the world was gonna end that year, like from 1882, from 2060 to 20, like all of these dates. So it helped verify my research. What I was, mind you, I was sitting around just doing the math and just calculating these things. I came to a lot of this shit myself. I did do a lot of research to confirm the things that I was, that were coming to me. But, a lot of the shit, it was verified, and you can verify it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like, you could have came up with this information too. If you sit around and think about like most people talking about the age of Aquarius, the age, this thing, like they don't even know the dates. You know what I'm saying? The whole great age is 25,000 years. You know what I'm saying? Each age is 2150. So 2150 times 12 is basically 25. That's the whole great cycle. You know what I'm saying? We're in the end of age, and that age is supposed to end 2600 AD. Do the math. You see what I'm saying? So, that's the lick. Pluto was in Taurus in 1882. Pluto was in Taurus. Okay. That's I don't know if you've been catching from the beginning of the video. We talking about 12 houses of Christianity. It's different type of calendar. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all really when this started what I'm telling you, because I'm gonna do a whole video on this, explain the whole shit. So y'all can, I gave y'all little notes. You can go look around, line up some of the dates, get familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a very big video when I do it. So I'm saying, but I gotta get out of here before my kids burn down the goddamn house and hit this weed one more time. Because they probably gonna end up burning down my house. I don't want Jay up there supposed to be watching them niggas. But I had too, if you ain't signed up for HoodX, man, make sure y'all sign up for HoodX. There's a lot of good shit about to happen with HoodX. A lot of good shit about that with HoodX. Just you don't want to miss that. Be reporting a lot of the news is coming out. Like with Diddy started a black political party. Same stuff Ice Cube was talking about with Donald Trump. There's another thing I was gonna do a video on too, the Gemini World Order. And then the GWO. Like Trump and Ice Cube and Kanye, and how all of the Geminis on this planet, like when they asked Trump, they was like, "Man, do you not denounce white supremacy?" What they don't understand, it's not white supremacy. It's like Gemini supremacy right now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers doing this some real shit that's happening right now, man. Like all the Geminis is like on a weird ass frequency right now with Trump. And like they all subconsciously attracted to that shit that Trump be fucking talking about, Joe. Like subconsciously, these motherfuckers all talk about Trump. Like it's like I can't even explain it, Joe, but I call it the GWO. They need to make that shit a t-shirt, man. It's like a Gemini World Order going on. You know what I'm saying? If you understand spiritual warfare, you see it ain't black and white, man. It's like some air. It's like some mutable air shit. And mind you, like these motherfuckers, man. I just said I was gonna go, but you gotta understand, like the Geminis understand this, man. It's like a Mercury mafia out here, nigga. Like and they just selling straight bullshit cocaine, nigga. It's like the Geminis is like the mafia of bullshit cocaine. And it's like bullshit mutable ass concepts. It's like if you snorted some bad coke or if you like smoked some fucked up weed. And mind you, like every Gemini I know that sell weed, sell bullshit ass weed. Nigga, I can sit there for hours and talk to y'all about this shit, nigga. Like most of my motherfucking weed men was fucking Geminis, nigga. We used to be garbage all the fucking time. I used to always have to go find a new fucking weed man. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same concept when you talking about Trump and like the whole, it's like a Mercury. These niggas is the mafia, niggas, the Mercury mafia, and it's like a Gemini world order going on. These niggas will fucking roll up. It's like when Cube, like same shit Ice Cube tried to do. He tried to join the mafia. It's like, and then he looked stupid, and they was like, man, wait, hold on, you endorsing Trump? He's like, no, I'm not endorsing Trump. Like, man, they go that two-faced ass fucking. It's like these motherfuckers is a fucking mafia. Then you got like the Virgos. They in the mafia too, man. Like they under the Mercury shit too, but they not in the mafia. They like the foot soldiers. Like they the motherfuckers on the street actually packaging this bullshit and trying to like make it fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Like they not in the like you got the Mercury mafia, and then you got like the Virgos is like the hand-to-hand dealing motherfuckers. Like they actually make this shit fucking real. You know, they sitting around and listening to Geminis run their fucking mouth all fucking day, and then they be in your face trying to kick some shit that they didn't heard this motherfucker saying. You be like, man, what the fuck? Like, what the like? You trying to push this shit on me? I can't stand this shit. It's like a fucking Mercury mafia Gemini world order going on right now. And mind you, like then you got the Sagittarius. The Sagittarius is fuck with this shit too, man. Cause you see like it's like a weird Sagittarius fucking Virgo fucking Gemini Mercury world domination order going on right now. And like the Sags is with it. Like the Sags is with, like you look at Herman Cain, like Herman Cain, the motherfucker that died, and then you say Shucky Ducky. Look this nigga up, like the black dude that died that was going to the fucking to the Trump rallies and shit, and he ain't had no fucking mask on and fucked around called COVID and died. And the same shit like you fucking Gemini ass Trump fucked around called COVID. These motherfuckers walking around talking about you ain't gotta put no mask. Just that quick, motherfuckers forget this shit and like motherfuckers walking around putting that bullshit coke out there. Oh man, you ain't gotta wear your mask. You ain't gotta wear all these, the whole fucking crib, whole house catch COVID. Then now they walking around looking stupid. And they trying to push this shit on the other. This is what the fuck I'm trying. It's like a mafia, nigga. They trying to push this shit on other people. Same shit. Ice Cube come out, jumped out his motherfucking body. Talking about, oh well, we need to do some shit, put together a black party or a black agenda, and we need to approach Trump with this shit. And they're like, okay, well no, actually we can approach Biden with this shit too. We can approach either one of them. Okay, what the fuck is the agenda? Man, they sat his ass down and asked him what the agenda was. He didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. He said some shit like $40 billion. Appropriated from the $500 billion that they talking about from the federal government, but they ain't even know how to actually delegate that shit through them. Man, it was he said that looking stupid. It was like, Joe, why is you jumping out your body talking about this shit? Like, it's like he didn't think the shit was gonna go viral or something. And then when it did, he tried to backpedal and it was like, nigga, shut the fuck up. This is what the fuck Geminis do, man. That's why you can't don't never hit that weed, don't never snort that cocaine. These motherfuckers try to push over on you, nigga, because you gonna be fucked up. You gonna be like, wait, man, I hit that shit. I snorted that shit. Like, yeah, well, now you got COVID, motherfucker. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. The Sags is the motherfuckers that's going to whisper this shit in your ear and make it more real. And like the Virgo's going to try to push it all the way into your motherfucking chest. Nigga, don't buy that shit. Don't buy that shit. Read the fine print. You fucking with Gemini, nigga. It's a fucking Gemini world order going on right now. In the whole fucking world. That's why the world looked the way it fucking looked. Nigga, the fucking president of motherfucking China, goddamn Gemini. Nigga, he born like a day before, a day after Trump. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what Trump got this whole fucking obsession with China and shit. Like they obsessed with each other and shit, man. It's like all the Geminis, it's like literally having like this big, like when Kanye put out that fucking video with Taylor Swift, we was talking about they was all naked in bed, and it was like an orgy. And he had Trump in the bed with fucking Taylor Swift. And like all these, like that was the motherfucking mafia right there, nigga. And it was like he told y'all back then, like we about to go into a wild ass mutable fucking world of Gemini imagination where everybody got fucking diseases and fucking COVID and fucking fucked up ass politics and the black and white is all fucked up. It's like this is why the world gonna end, Craig. Like the world needs security, Craig. Jesus is security, Craig. The world needs Jesus, nigga. This is why, nigga. The world needs security, Craig. The whole world, Craig. Because look at what the fuck, Joe. Look at what the fuck going on, nigga. And mind you, like they, as soon as you cut this off, you gonna cut off your phone. You gonna start scrolling through what you gonna see. You gonna see a million pictures of fucking Trump. You gonna see a million pictures of motherfucking Ice Cube, fucking Diddy, goddamn it, Kanye with that dumbass hat on, man. It's like you see it in your feed. Mind you, they just told y'all, man, at the beginning of the year, we gonna set up a whole bunch of G5 shit. Then we gonna put a bunch of fucking distractions out there so y'all can figure getting this fucking G5 like a motherfucker. I just seen shit I shared on my page the other day, like motherfucking news guys was talking about, oh, it's October, can you believe it yet? Then they cut to a whole nother state. Oh, it's October, can you believe it yet? Cut to a whole nother state, it's October. Wow, can you believe it yet? And it was like literally, nigga, they showed you clip by clip by clip, and every mind you, they didn't have multiple videos doing this shit where they show you like the news ain't the news, like they reading off a motherfucking script, world fucking wide, nigga. It's on my page, go look, like they showed you literally like fucking 50 clips of like every fucking state. And they literally all reading the same fucking script. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait, hold on. Like, this ain't news, nigga. This is fucking G5 mind control. The fuck? Like, motherfuckers totally forget that they just set this whole shit up. And it's literally out there right now. And you sitting there looking at this shit every day. And you sitting there scrolling through your phone. And you wonder why you can't put your fucking phone down. Yeah, nigga. The world needs security, Craig. You know what I'm saying? There's a kingdom. There's a kingdom somewhere. There's a kingdom. And just because I told you a kingdom, that don't mean shit either. Because, like, when you get, if I walk you to the kingdom, I'm like, Joe, they go to the kingdom. You know, okay, well, cool, kingdom. Wow. You know the difference between religion and kingdom? No? Okay, it was a kingdom. Oh, wow, cool. Nah, got it. So what? I walk you to the kingdom. They go to the kingdom. So what? Okay, well, let's go in the kingdom. Oh, okay. We're going to the kingdom. We're walking around in the kingdom. Oh, yeah. Right, these people here. This guy introduced me to the kingdom. This guy. This got church. This guy did this. Oh, it's a kingdom. Oh, wow. That's nice. That's a nice kingdom. Oh, it's cool. Okay. Now what? Joe. It's a basement. What? Nigga. It's a basement in the kingdom. Wait, what? It's a basement, nigga. It's a whole nother room inside the kingdom I don't know shit about. He's like, oh. Okay, what's in there? Well, let's go. Shit, we go downstairs. It's a whole nother setup in the basement. You're like, okay, whoa, it's a whole nother room full of people in the basement. But who the fuck are these people? These are people that help set this whole shit up. Like, oh, so wait a minute. This didn't just come in now. Actually, somebody had to build this shit. This nigga to do the electricity. This nigga to do the plumbing. This nigga to do the pipes. This nigga built that whole shit you saw they do. Right, these are people that actually built the kingdom. Oh, right, now. Hold on. Okay. So where are you at in this? You got some people don't even understand the kingdom. This is for follow religion. You got people understand the kingdom. Then you got people understand it's like, Joe, there's like the metaphysics of the kingdom. Like the people actually do get up and preach the word and actually the niggas in the basement of the kingdom. People tweak off the concept of the kingdom. Like, nigga, the kingdom ain't the answer. If you go look at Matthew 13:47 when they break down the parable of the dragnet, they tell you, Joe, like the evil. Joe, you can show this shit to somebody. Go read Matthew 13:47 through 50. You'll be like, okay, the kingdom is like a dragnet that pulls in good and evil fish. Then they separate the good from the evil fish. This is just like in the end times when the angels gonna separate the good from the wicked. What the hell did you just read? People are like, oh, well, yeah, it's going to be the end of the world where they're going to separate all the good people from the bad people. No, that's not what the fuck you just read. Like, what? That is what I just read. No, it's not. Go read it again. Read it again. Yeah, the kingdom is like a dragon, man. The pull again, good fish, evil fish, separate the good fish from bad fish. That's how it's going to be when the angels separate the good from the... What did you just read? It's the end of the world. This is how it's going to be in the end of the world. They're going to separate all the good people from the bad people. That is not what you just read. Read it again. When you read it again, they tell you the kingdom is the dragnet. It pulls in good and evil fish. They separate the good fish from the evil fish. Where did the evil fish come from? They was in the world. No, they was in the kingdom. What? Yes, the kingdom is the dragnet. The dragnet pulled in the good and evil fish. They separate the good from the evil fish. All these fish was in the kingdom. So if you ain't even in the kingdom, they not even talking to your ass. And like, this is what people don't understand. Like, read the damn parable. This might be the last parable in Matthew 13. This is the secret. This is literally the secret of the kingdom. It's like, they going to separate the kingdom. They not going to separate the world. Like, the world is the world. You see what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about that. The world going to be the world. They only focus on the kingdom. So, like, you got to get all the way fully immersed in the concept of the kingdom to understand that they not going to wipe out the world. They're going to wipe out the kingdom. So, like, only the niggas in the basement, like, man, I say, Joe, it's a basement. Right, we in the basement. Okay, let's go back upstairs. When you come back upstairs, the whole kingdom gonna be gone. And it's only gonna be the niggas in the basement that's gonna be left. They not gonna Thanos the world. They gonna Thanos the kingdom. You got to understand. This is literally the secret of the kingdom. Go read the dragnet parable. You can, in mind you, don't just read it. Put it in front of somebody else and have them read it. Because they gonna tell you, just like they not gonna even see, they not gonna see the secret. You can show this to 1 million people. You can have them read Matthew 13 1 million times. They still won't even see it. This is why it's a secret. You can hear it in people's interpretation when they be breaking down the Bible that they don't fully understand. You be like, Joe, this nigga don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, man, you hear so much stupid shit when people don't understand the secret of the kingdom. You hear it, you be like, Joe, you don't even know what the fuck you talking about. You know how many parables I can put out? You know what I mean? Like, just say Jesus spoke in parables. Why did he speak in parables? Not because he was trolling like Trump, because he knew that the people had ears and couldn't hear, they had eyes and couldn't see, and they mind wasn't going to sin no way. So I can sit here and spit game all day. I can sit here and spit game all day because like only the people who in the basement gonna pick up on what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So everything else is just a bunch of riddles and fucking. I can sit and rap, do all type of shit. It fucking matter. It don't matter because I can know how to go and actually put the secret of the kingdom and put the seed in somebody else. They can actually take that seed and go put it in somebody else. Other than that, I can sit and spit riddles, parables, and shit all fucking day. Especially if you ain't even ask me no questions. They ask you right there in Matthew 13:10. They say, Jesus, why is you talking to them in parables like that? And it's like, troll. I'm trolling, fool. He tell you right there, Joe, this is for you, not them. I'm trolling, nigga. What the fuck you mean? Why am you, nigga, what? Oh, so I took a bunch of seeds and I threw them out there. I threw these seeds out there, and some people got them. Some of them went down. Some birds came and ate some of them. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I'm trolling, nigga. They ain't gonna get this shit no way. We in a basement, nigga. Even if you do get to the kingdom, you still gonna get Thanos in the end. You ain't make it to the basement. Hey, I gotta go, Joe. I hope y'all enjoy this shit. I get the fuck out of here. My son's probably gonna burn down the kitchen. I'll fuck with y'all, man. But you know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon.